No. Oh, there we go. All right. That's it. Yep, YouTube is gone on too. All right. Welcome from the crossroads of America to Rick's Life as I Seen It. Sorry for the little delay there at the beginning. It said error. Cannot go live at this moment. Try again later. So I tried it 3 times. It finally went on. So there we go. We are here against what YouTube is trying to do, keeping me down. So, yeah, it's right. I'm waiting for people to fill in here, but yeah, I was watching. YouTube is really coming down hard on gun channels. Luckily, I don't have this problem. Is you can't say any company that deals in guns, gun parts, or related accessories cannot be. You cannot say I am sponsored by Talon Grips, for argument's sake. Anymore, you can be not only a strike, but they can actually terminate your account if they choose to. They can either give you a strike or terminate you. You know? So, well, the only reason I know this, I said I knew they were doing something, but since I'm so small, it really doesn't affect me that much. So I don't dive into it. But a couple of channels have put up YouTube saying what's happening, and they're going to have to rethink what they're doing. So I don't know. It's a strange one, but I don't have sponsorship, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm not one of the big dogs. I'm just a little minnow in a big ocean. So. All right. People are coming in now, so let me introduce my panelist. All right. All the way from the state of New York. I was going to say great state of New York, but is it great anymore? I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. But anyway, New York Outcast, how you doing?
Doing all right. There's a few great things, but they're all female, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Who's first in the chat tonight was Kingpin. Then Artak and Daughters, Jacob S. Raphael, 2 Live Moo. And that's all that's showing up at the moment. Plus the lurkers, of course. But slow evening. But I understand. I normally don't get a big crowd anyway, but I even get less one during the summer months because it's light out, the sun's shining. Who wants to be indoors, with all you outdoor enthusiasts, So, but actually, we got a cold front come through here. It only got up to 85 today. And it's going to be like that for practically for the rest of the month. Highest temperatures are going to be about 89. But the rest of it's going to be in the 80s. So, which, more knowing our luck, the heat wave will come back with a vengeance in August. But we've had we actually got some days up in the real high 90s with the index over 100. So, but I wouldn't know about I would step outside, but hell, I stayed in my nice air-conditioned place sitting at 69 degrees. Oh, man, it's nice. So, the other night, mind you, when the temperature dropped, was it yesterday the temperature dropped? It got kind of cool in here, right? So I, instead of getting up and adjusting the AC, I just threw another blanket on the bed and went back to bed. I know. So, just the way I am. It's the way I roll. Anyway, so what we're going to talk? Well, I mean, I know what we could talk about, but I would imagine it's been played out by all the channels, hasn't it? The attempted, of the former president. So I've only got one thing to say. It sounds totally fishy to me. I think the DEI hires for the Secret Service need to be fired because they weren't. I mean, they weren't worth a damn. And the leader, she used to be a Secret Service agent. Then she retired and went to work for PepsiCo as security. Then because she's a friend of she's a friend of the First Lady. She gets picked for the top job in Secret Service. I'm not saying it's favoritism or anything. I just saying the facts as I know them. But the one question I have is the bullet, the picture. I don't know if you've seen the picture of where it shows the bullet going past Trump's head. My question is, I know it's totally conspiracy theory, and this might get me shut down. But if he's on a dangerous slope of a roof, what a crock of shit that statement was too. The snipers they had in the background when Trump was talking were on a sloped roof, but the other sloped roof was too dangerous. Yeah. And they said it right to our face too. Anyway, where I'm going with this is he was on a roof. So he was higher than the target he was shooting at. So when it showed that bullet going past his head, shouldn't it been going down trajectory? But it was going straight across. Just saying. Or am I missing something here? Or was that the one that hit his ear and got deflected? I don't know, but it seems kind of strange. I would have thought the bullet would be going down at a slight downward trajectory if it was shot higher up instead of going straight across. I'm not saying there was two shooters, but mighty suspicious. Anyway.
It's a good observation there, Rick. Yeah, I think there'd be a little,
I think we could
debunk it if we, were on the grounds or something like that. But yeah, that sloped roof wasn't very sloped, so it didn't have much of a pitch at all. I mean, and roofer terms, and I won't even go that far because most people don't know, but basically in layman's terms, you can play football on the damn roof. So it wasn't anything bad. The roof that the other the police officers were on actually seemed to have more of a pitch than the roof that the other guy climbed onto. So I don't understand how they're talking safety issue or whatever she's claiming. But yeah, I think that lady's shouldn't have her job personally. A job like that, you should definitely be full of qualifications. I don't know. I mean, maybe she was on Secret Service, but on and running,
it's two different things.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean, that's like
just because you were on it doesn't mean she was good. She could have been the worst agent they had. I mean, so she might have been a diversity hire herself at the time. So
true.
Who the hell knows?
I mean, that's like in the years when I was working, as a meat guy. I mean, I worked with loads of guys who were great meat cutters, but when they got promoted to manager, they were totally useless. Same principle, you know?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, there's different skill sets, kind of. So some people can work both, but some are kind of just set one way or the other. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I think the whole thing's kind of fishy myself. I don't know. So
well, anyway, Gary, who's running for office with this statement, but I agree with him too. I do agree with him, really. It's pretty hard. Hang on, it's pretty hard to tell from the picture the exact trajectory of the bullet. Also, the building was over 100 yards away and could have been lower in elevation. We weren't there. If that isn't a politician's answer, I don't know what is. You know,
well, that's kind of what I was pointing at. Like, if we were on site, we might be able to debunk it because, he makes great points. So.
Oh, he does. He does. I agree with him, really. I'm only busting his balls on that. But he's got to put, that's what I say. Maybe that's why nobody else has really picked up on it, because it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm making more out of it than what it was. You know? That's we'll see. I mean, it's going to be like the last. Oh yeah, putting the FBI in charge too. Jesus Christ, the most trustworthy 3-letter agency we have in this country right now. I mean, we still ain't got all the facts from Las Vegas yet, so we ain't going to get all the facts from this either. So, you know, and we got to take them at their word. It was just a lone shooter. They shot the guy, so we're never going to find out, are we? So, no. Anyway,
that part, I'd like to know more about. They shot the guy. I seen the one report where the guy's like, yeah, they blew his head off, and the reporter's like, you can't say that. So,
I agree with you, Gary. Yeah,
I'm curious.
Go on, sorry.
I'm curious, did the guy put up a fight? Did he also have a handgun? Would he have surrendered?
Well, we'll never know, will we?
Yeah, well, I'm just curious on that aspect because, I mean, the way it made it sound was basically, I don't know, not an execution, but the guy took his shots.
The guy took a shot, so they just shot back.
Yeah, was he continuing firing or did he hold off? And I know some people say, well, what's it matter or whatever, but, if you're following the law, I'm just curious, because we don't see any of that portion of it.
I mean, you got to remember what happened. I mean, they don't come under. I mean, he shot at the president. All right, right. Luckily, he only clipped his ear because he moved his head, and so they shot him. What do you think? They should have held back and said, "Oh, he's not shooting anymore, so we can't shoot him."
No, but typically I would expect like voice command, something. But then again, it might have just been a heated gunfight, and at that point, it is what it is. But that's why I'm curious as to how it ended. Was it that he was still in the process of firing when he was shot?
Well, I would imagine he wasn't, because from what I've managed to piece together, he was closer to the front of the building roof when he made his shot. But if you look at his body where it was laying, it was towards the back of the building. So he must have got up and moved. Or did I see it wrong?
I think you may have seen it wrong, but either way, I mean, I don't know. So I'm just curious, but my questioning, I guess, my point or whatever is, these damn child rapists or this or that, or people that beat an old lady to death for $5, they make it to the police station and get charged and a slap on the wrist and let go here in New York State. But So I'm just kind of wondering, is this one of them?
Well, if this was in New York,
PA.
New York State would have given him a medal.
Maybe I don't know. I'm just curious because as far as I don't know, maybe never mind. I shouldn't say what I was going to say, but I'll say it differently. I think we waste time, money, and taxpayer dollars. Obviously, that's money on some people.
Yes.
But yet other people, it's not a problem. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And as far as certain cases, I don't think people should even make it to the police station. That's a good way of putting it.
I guess another way of looking at it, even though it's not right, trying to assassinate a president or former president is higher on how bad the crime is. You know what I'm saying? I know there shouldn't be different levels, but in their mind, who's ever dealing with it, in their mind, shooting a former president or the president, right, is, the worst thing you could ever do. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there, making conversation.
Yeah, to me, I wouldn't put it that way, but I'm sure others probably do, and maybe the government or law does in a sense. But
that's what I was thinking.
To me, like an innocent child or something like that was brutally harmed or something like that. That's where it should just be. Right. There is nothing to talk about. Bullets are cheap, whatever.
Now, according to another big YouTuber, Mr. Guns and Gear, he said it was Sniper 3 that shot him, not the 2 we saw behind Trump. It was another one that was behind the camera that got him. He named the guns those snipers had. I didn't write it down what he said they were, but the guns that you saw on camera standing on the roof behind Trump, he said they were high-powered rifles for long-distance sniping. He said at that short distance of 150 yards, he said the bullets or the ammo they were using would have blown his head off, right? But he said he saw a video where they actually showed the guy's head, and he said the wound to him was more like a 308, and that's what Sniper 3 was using. Where you get this information from, I don't know. But I just happened to watch the video. I know watching videos is not the smartest thing to do, but, it passes the time.
I don't know. 308 sounds right to me, but I can't say what chambering people had in the images I've seen. So, but from the image of the 2 guys on the roof, the magazine size, it kind of lines up with that's what I was thinking. But that's kind of irrelevant because they're saying now it's another guy. So I don't know. But
I don't know.
Either way, it did the job. But in some cases, if they were willing to, because people these. A lot of times nut jobs, that's half the reason they do this is for attention. So, I mean, it doesn't mean you give it to them, but you could get any information out you have, draw that out of them.
But, I mean, it goes back way back to since I've been in the guns and you've had these high profile, excuse me, damn, choking. These high profile incidents is every article. They're saying,
drink of water, man.
Excuse me, they're typing his name or saying it in videos or reading news articles. They're typing his name. He should be treated as a nobody. Don't give him that fame.
That's pretty much how I see it too. Yeah.
Now from what we're hearing, he was I wouldn't call him disturbed individual, but he didn't have many friends. Let's just put it that way, right? And it goes back to, I mean, normally every person who's done something like this, there's something not quite normal about them. Something's different. The only one I'm trying to think there, who most of them all had issues. There was one that didn't, but I can't remember his name now, and I don't want to. But anyway, that's beside the point. But but today I read that his parents called the police, and I think Gary just mentioned it. His parents called 911. About 3 hours before this all happened, that he was missing, and they were concerned about him. So I don't know. I mean, are the parents saying that to cover their ass? For the simple reason that the incident up in Michigan, the parents were charged and put in jail for what their child did. Right?
But how old was this guy? Do you know?
22.
22, and his parents are calling because he's missing?
Yeah, well, he's living at home still.
Holy shit, man. Like, wow.
Hey,
like, I didn't even live at home at 16. What the hell? 20?
Yeah, it's different now. People can't afford to go
well,
out.
then, yeah, of course.
He was only a dishwasher. He was just a dishwasher, so he wasn't earning great money. And that was his father's AR. Which he bought about 10, 12 years ago.
Oh, that's just lovely. So now his father's stuff is evidence and gone forever now too.
Yeah, and hey, because it was his, they might charge him as an accessory.
Wow.
Isn't that what they did with that parents up in Michigan?
I think so, something like that. Yeah. But their child was younger. This is like, technically legally an adult. So I don't know. I mean, it's this is what we got, a bunch of pussy ass parents is what's going on here.
Yeah, and now another thing that's strange is, I mean, I'm not saying it's strange, but it's he on paper he was registered as a Republican, but he gave money to the Democrats. But on paper he was a registered Republican. His mother is a registered Democrat, and his father is a registered Libertarian.
Well, I don't know. I don't really think the party makes much of a difference. I know people would argue that it probably does, but people, crazy's crazy, man. And people get more upset if they think you're friends and find out you're not, or you think you're on the same side and find out you're not, than with somebody you already didn't like does something. So what I mean. So it could go either way. So who the hell knows? So technically, to me, all that party stuff really don't mean a damn
Gary
thing.
says he was only 20, not 22. He was only 20.
Yeah, well, still 20. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's gotten into people. So
the government uses up to the age of 19 as a child, where they can get a higher number of gun casualties.
Oh, I don't know. 20 is an adult, so
hey, to me, 18 and over is an adult. If you can
vote,
18,
well, shit. The way I see it, as soon as you're man enough to want to leave the house or whatever, you could be 16. Like you're an adult. I don't give a shit.
Saying, but and today, I mean, I'm not making excuses, but it's damn hard for people to leave home at the price of the rent or buying a home and stuff. You got to have a hell of a job to. You got to be having a hell of an income coming in to be able to survive out there nowadays.
You can. It's how bad do you want to? Yeah. When I moved out as a kid, I didn't even consider the cost of shit. I considered like chicks and my privacy and doing my own damn thing. That's what I didn't care what the cost was. It was making that happen, and that's what happened. So it's a learning curve,
But you
and
had
that's
but
what
did
you got
you
to do.
have the job to cover the money of what your rent was?
Some of the time. Yeah. Then that's part of doing it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it seems like people are waiting around at home for everything to be perfect. I'm just gonna stay at
Oh
home
yeah,
and
they
save
are.
money
They are.
out, save for this
You know,
and that. Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
complacent. You're using your parents' toilet paper. You're inconveniencing them. Maybe they don't feel like dicking around with your shit. Like they put in their time. It's almost like a damn prison sentence. Okay, you got to be responsible. You're the parent. All this. When you hit adulthood, your ass should be done. Now it's abuse on the parents. Some parents don't mind. They don't mind being harassed their whole life for shit that their kids should be able to handle on their own if you taught them right. People like me, don't call me. No, I don't want to hear your shit. You get in trouble, that's your own damn problem. So, welcome to come hang out. We, do this, do that, whatever. But I'm not your problem solver. As soon as you claim you know it all and you're a damn adult. So, I don't know. People, like I said, people are too damn soft. You gotta buy them a car because they're college. No, you don't. Let them take a freaking bus. I don't give a shit. That's your problem. Yeah. Do you really need to go to college? Is your degree actually going to be worth something? Maybe you should look at a trade school. I don't know. There's a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. I should just stop bitching. But I just see it all the time, man. We're like everybody's turning into a pussy. So you lower your expectations. You don't eat out all the time. You don't get Starbucks. You don't get to go do your nails and hair and all this stupid shit or buy the Nikes or $1,500 phone. Guess what? You won't be cool, but you can freaking live on your own.
But you got to be cool to live on your own.
No, you just got to be disciplined.
No, I'm just saying what they're thinking.
Like there's people that like that ain't got half the shit we do that work a lot harder than we do, and they're happy. Like we're just freaking spoiled. Like America as a nation,
Oh
they're
yeah,
all too damn spoiled.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know why.
This is a rant I could go on and on about, and I know half the people out there are guilty. Nobody wants to hear it because you're all softies and you want to give better than you had, so you can raise a bunch of pussies. So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, a good example is, besides people leaving home, it's kids getting married. That the age of marriage, people have gone up. The age married couples have children now seems to have gone higher. I had my kids when I was in my early 20s, right? My sons, both my sons didn't have theirs till they were in their 30s. You know what I'm saying? Hell.
Mm-hmm.
I was over kids by that age.
Yeah, but that's that age where you can't chase them around the house. You have a hard time catching up with them, especially if you're the average American that's out of weight, out of shape. Got to work your ass off to get all the shiny stuff to fit in with your friends, and you're never around your kid any damn way.
Yeah.
Like time you don't get back. So I don't know.
I know.
Do you care more about what society thinks of you, or what you do for your family? I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. People are, like I said, I think people are twisted these days. So they're all too worried about how shit looks from the outside. So.
Well, anyway, he was 20 years old, lived at home. That's all we know. They got his phone. Theoretically, he didn't have much of a social media footprint. He used Discord, but he hadn't been on it for months. I mean, that's all I've heard so far. You know, as I said, we're never going to find out the whole total truth anyway. So, you know, so there we go. I could go on and on, but I'm not going to. I want to make a bitch with Smith and Wesson, right? Those new guns they just come up with in the last month or so.
Whoa.
I don't know how long.
Did you just name a company after your intro? Are
Yeah.
you allowed to do that?
I don't know. They're not sponsoring me, right? So I don't see why I can't mention them.
All right, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know. We'll find out, won't we?
I guess so. I guess so.
There's those new guns. I mean, a lot of the the big channels and all that, they got all their free guns to demo. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know about them. But they've got the nice serrated edges. They got the fluted barrel. The cut in the slide, just like my 380 Performance Center, right? It has the fluted barrel, has the cuts in it, has the nice serrated. I paid fucking extra for that. Now they're getting Performance Center shit on a standard fucking gun. Is that fair? I should be getting a refund.
Things come to those who wait.
You know? That's what pissed me off. I'm looking at those new guns, and I'm saying I paid extra for all fucking that. And now it's fucking just standard. You know? I thought, Jesus Christ.
So now you want to buy something that's really extra?
I don't know. I haven't looked at Performance Center to see what's different. They're gonna be the only thing I can think they can put on Performance Center is different is actually put the red dot on it instead of just cutting the. I mean, they're doing that now that mine don't have. You know, where they have the cut in the slide where you can mount your red dot. You know, and all that was that. I mean, I paid for not that they didn't offer that, but you know the slide, you know, and the barrel and all that shit. I mean, that's what you got with the Performance Center firearm. Now they're just giving it away as a goddamn, you know, as a regular firearm off the shelf. I mean, it's like going in buying a suit off the shelf now. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing special about owning a Performance Center anymore. That's what's got me.
Oh, so I thought you bought it because you liked it.
Well, I did.
Okay.
I did.
So
I liked the Performance Center. That's why I bought it.
Okay.
You know, and it came with all them extra stuff on it, which made it even nicer.
Okay,
right?
So shouldn't it be a good thing that now the next person doesn't have to pay extra?
No, because I had to. You know, I
it kind of seems like you just wanted something that says it was a cut above.
Yes.
But now,
yeah,
everybody's driving it like a 10-year-old Mercedes. You know, and it's like, what the hell? Yeah. Oh, you know, so you're all worried about what other people think.
You know, I haven't. I mean, I'm carrying a Performance Center, guys. You're carrying just a regular one. Now, the regular ones are exactly the same as my Performance Center. Actually, I think they're a bit better. You know? So,
I'm still carrying an antique first gen Shield as an EDC. Yeah. Uncool, right?
Yeah.
It works.
You know, but anyway, so, you know, I got screwed yet again, but the story of my life. You know, so now I'm going to have to look for a different firearm now. To be
why? You know, why? You like it? Oh.
Like it. That's why I'm still carrying it. But everybody's going to be carrying the same gun.
Ain't good enough for you anymore?
The only difference is I don't think they offer them in the, you know, the gold silver like mine. Mine has the gold package, you know. I mean, that's what makes mine stand out now with the gold barrel trigger and stuff.
Well, anybody that looks, you just tell them, look, I bought this shit before they gave all this extras for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
You just tell them, and they'll be like, oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. I paid for you to have it on your gun as normal.
That's right. So you should be thanking me and buying my coffee.
Yeah. Sean Pennery, Smith & Wesson let you walk above the peasantry for a year or two, then bring you back down to the roomies when the next model follows it up with all your features as standard. Absolutely. I mean, I was up there, then they just knocked me right back down.
Hey, yeah, life can be humbling at times,
Yes, it can be.
That just tells you a little extra money doesn't necessarily buy cool.
But it is cool, though, with the gold barrel and shit on it. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm going to have to go look at see what they're offering in the Performance Center now. If they're offering that as standard, I wonder what they're offering on Performance Center. I got to look. I should have looked before I opened my mouth, but I was just thinking I was just watching them a video on them was it yesterday? And I'm thinking, son of a bitch, that was just special for Performance Center only. Now it's standard.
You know what's going to happen, don't you?
What?
You're about to follow the cycle, doing the same thing and expecting different results. Because I don't know, another 5-6 years, whatever they got on the Performance Center now, will one day come out and be standard, and then you're going to be sitting here bitching again with another gun that you like, but
more than likely in another 5 years, I'll be in a nursing home sitting here drooling, so I won't have to worry about it.
All right. Yeah. Well, maybe you got a point. I don't know. So.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Anyway.
You're chasing the dragon, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a big problem with society. You got to have the new car, new phone, chasing the dragon.
Everybody else, I wasn't, but to me, I felt special because I had a Performance Center.
You're freaking Rick. You're special.
Now I'm not special because everybody gets
you feel special. Does that truck of yours got a long bed or short bed?
Long bed.
Oh, okay. Well, you're still special.
It's an 8-foot bed. You can lay a sheet of plywood flat between the. It fits in the back.
Wheel well,
and it fits between the wheel wells.
And you can close the tailgate.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that
I got a 6'6" bed, so when I drop my tailgate, I got 8. But you got a full size bed.
I got a full size bed, or
I was just wondering if you had the short truck. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I go big. I need a big truck because I'm a big guy. So I bought that truck because the price was right. Plus, getting in and out of it. When you open the door, there's loads of room. I used to be able to just step into it, but since I had my accident, I had to have steps. What do you call them on the outside? The steps.
Step sides. Yeah, or step side. Yeah.
Nice and chrome, of course.
Runner board steps. Yeah.
Running boards. Yeah, I had those put on, which I step on those, then step into my truck.
Mm-hmm.
But so there we go. I can do that with my 6.5-foot bed, but I got to use the tailgate. That's Sean. Yeah, see, I don't. I can shut my tailgate. See, because I got the performance center. I got the tailgate that shuts with the plywood inside. I'm doing pretty good, really, when you look at it.
You are. You are. Compared to a lot of people in this world, you really are.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
More than likely, we all are. The fact that we're even on these devices to be here and have the time to be here.
Yeah. Defense Dad, you don't need a full-size truck to haul plywood. Haven't you all seen the overloaded Ford Ranger at the lumberyard? Oh yeah.
No, that's the whole point. You don't need the pimp gun. He wanted the pimp gun.
Yeah, I did.
He wants to be able to slide that sheet in, turn around, look at the other guys at Home Depot, and then flip that tailgate up and be like, yeah, you like that? Yeah,
exactly. And when the guy attacks me, I want him to know he's been shot by a performance center.
Right. Yeah. This wasn't some cheap weapon here. This was a nice high end one.
Yeah.
Top shelf.
Yeah. You ought to be thanking me I shot you with it.
That's right. Could have been a dirty high point.
Yeah. Oh God.
I don't know. This got a little crazy.
Yes, it has.
Hey, the viewers understand. They get us.
Yeah.
That's why they come back. Either that or they're just waiting for us to get arrested or something.
Yeah. Or they're here listening to us while they're waiting for their show that starts at 8 to come on.
Yeah.
Oh. What you call it? Two Live Moo. I've got to apologize. I got your package here with your name on it, and I forgot to send it. So I got my phone on top of it, so I'll go put it out by the back door for when I go in the morning. I'll mail it in the morning. I totally spaced out. So I just wanted Two Live Moo to know that. So.
You should go out there and put it in the truck tonight so you don't forget when you get out there tomorrow.
Yeah, Sean Connery goes, sir, before you expire, I'd like to regretfully inform you that you were dispatched with a Performance Center pistol with Lehigh defense ammo, and that is what I'm using. And have a nice rest of your life.
And if you got a minute, would you mind taking a survey to let us know how you feel about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and before you go, can I have a selfie with my Performance Center in my hand? Oh, damn. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. So that's done. What was I reading the other day? I'm trying to think what it was. I was reading something about, I think we had this conversation before, but, a couple of friends of mine down a diner, because I was talking about this not needing a permit here in Indiana. And I said, I don't need one in Kentucky either. I said, if I was driving to Florida, but I believe my Indiana, I said, I got one from Indiana for reciprocity because I think the Indiana one's good in Alabama. And I believe it's good in Florida. I think I have to recheck it because the rules change all the time. But I was just going to say, I just hope any of you that are traveling, you keep up with the, not only the states you're traveling in, but keep up on your own state. because they changed too. Without you knowing, if you're not paying attention. So, I mean, like here, I mean, because what made me look it up, and what brought me up, because I was asking, can I? Well, it had to do with, it actually brought it up to do with what happened on Saturday, right? They see him climbing up on the roof, and he's got a rifle on him. I mean, where I was going is, in the state of Indiana, can I walk down the street with an AR-15 in the open? And as it turns out, I can. But I had to look it up to make sure, because I really didn't know. I can carry an AR-15 either open or concealed. Either way, same as my handgun. And also, Indiana has no, theoretically, unless there's a town or city variant, I can carry any goddamn size knife I want to in this state. So, very, very relaxed here on this shit. But which is kind of strange, as I've said before, kind of strange. But we are one of the first states to have red flag laws back in 2004 or 5. It's weird. So, Mr. Knives is here. How you doing?
Chocolate. Up, Knives.
Mr. Knives, he's talking to Sean. I'm here from the EPA about your diesel truck. Yeah.
So, stuck behind an old Ford today. Some girl driving it. She had like a pencil stuck in her hair somehow. I don't know. It was comical, but she's taking off in this old ass Ford, which the body looked decent, so I gotta say that. But goddamn, man, that thing was just as they say, rolling smoke. So it is. I don't know. Not against it, but it seems
before I
pretty
interrupt you, before I forget, did I tell everybody Deb sold the restaurant? According to the people that bought it, they're going to keep it as a restaurant.
You know why she sold it, don't you?
For the money.
Well, yeah, she figured she'd get out now before it went under, because all her customers are across the damn street getting chicken.
True, and that's the people who bought it, by the way. People that own the place that sells the chicken and the pizzas.
Oh yeah, everybody was so happy about. Look at this. Now she's sitting at home with probably 12 cats, going nuts.
Yeah, I mean, really,
running around in a moo all day, like your life's over now.
Well, I mean, she's my age, but her health is a lot worse than mine. I don't blame her for selling out. I mean, she owns it outright anyway. She's owned it for years, as she said.
Her health's worse than yours?
Her health.
Yeah, is worse than yours?
Yeah, she got high blood pressure.
But she can run a damn diner and deal with your ass all day?
And, but where I was going is, as she said, she wouldn't have made it through COVID if it wasn't, if she didn't own the building and own the business outright. Because if she had to owe, mortgage and payments and all that shit, she said she would have gone under during that period. But she stayed open, during that the whole time. So I'm just saying. So I will. Yeah, I heard you, Sean. I'm gonna talk to the guys about it. I still got to. She ain't leaving to the end of. I think. Was it today? I think today she said her actual last day is September the 2nd, I believe. You know, so I'll get a sort of like with a group photo of the guys and her in it, I guess. See if I can get one. You know, all we are is a bunch of old guys. That's all we are. She said she sold us with the business. You know, so
that's funny.
Because I mean, we sit there. You know, we're by breakfast or lunch, and we're sitting there for hours. You know, I'm sure she's losing money on us because we're taking up table space. And a bunch of the guys, they start playing cards too. And to closing time, she closes at 1 o'clock, I believe. She's open from like 5 to 1, and so she closes at 1. But the guys, they start playing euchre, and they'll play for 2 or 3 hours. They've even been playing, and she's gone to them. Make sure the door's locked when you leave, and she'll go home. Oh. So.
Well, I bet the new owners won't allow that type of stuff. That's kind of sucks. It's one of the perks of small towns and things. So, but I hope you like that chicken.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I told you I had some chicken. I went and bought a pizza the other day too. I bought a sausage, green pepper, and onion pizza. And I got home, put the box down next to my chair, and over the next sort of 30 minutes at the most, it was gone. Ate the whole damn thing. And it was good. So there we go. They do make a good pizza. They do make good chicken.
It's people like you, Rick. You're ruining America. You damn foreigners come over here. Well, supposedly born here, leave, pick up an accent, start liking beans and toast, and putting knockoff steak sauce on everything, warming up your grilled cheese sandwiches and calling them something else, and then you come over here and start selling out the very people you sit down, play cards, and drink with, eat bread with, and then you laugh about it right in front of their face. If this was 30 years ago, you'd be buried in Deb's backyard right now. But the way things have technology and stuff, consider yourself lucky. That's all I gotta say.
All I'm gonna say is I know what you mean. The bunch of guys that I hang out with have gone in there too. When I go, right, I always park around the back for nobody from Deb's can see me. Because it's literally right next door.
But that's how you know you're doing something wrong, Rick. That's how you know.
You're sneaking around.
Yeah.
I know, but damn, that chicken, as the Colonel says, it's finger licking good. I'm telling you. I tell you, it really is. So, and the pizzas aren't bad either. I might have to get the menu and check out some of the other stuff. So, see what else they do. They even do lunch items. Like, they do hamburgers and all that kind of shit on the menu too.
Are these people even American that bought this place?
No.
God damn it, Rick.
They're
God damn it. It's one of their 12 cousins. They're just gonna keep handing it over for the discounts.
Yeah, they're Indian or Pakistani, one of those two.
Yeah, they've already taken over every gas station in New York.
Oh yeah, that's what
they're coming for your state next, and they mean business. They will show up and work their ass off all day long, all day.
What I'm saying is, yes, I don't think it's right, but I don't blame them because you can't get American people to do it, work like they do.
Well, we don't get 7 years free taxes and shit
That's
either.
another thing too. They're
We
getting
can't just hand it over to a family member and keep it rolling. That don't work like that for us. If it did, I'm sure more of us would.
Yeah. So I don't know. But
make up prices for sodas depending on the customer. You're like, oh, that's $2 for you. There's $3.15 for you. There's $1.47. I don't know. I'm just feeling lucky today.
Yeah, they're 12-inch pizza. It's a 12-inch they do, right? It's $12.99 out the door, I think. No, sorry, there's tax on that, but it's $12.99. But on Sundays, it's a special $9.99 for a pizza. 16-piece mixed chicken, white and dark meat. Only $24.99. You can't beat it, and the taste of it is absolutely fantastic. I don't know what they're doing, but it's great. And I'm going to keep sneaking around the back parking lot and keep getting it.
Yeah, I heard they were lacing that chicken with meth.
They could be.
And get people coming back. So you better be careful, Rick.
Yeah. They very well could be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, when I was in there the other day picking up my pizza, right next to the checkout where you pay, right? They had this big giant display case, that spins. All kinds of EDC knives you can think of in there.
They're all garbage, Rick. They're all garbage.
All different prices. But what I'm saying is, it's amazing what kind of stuff they sell. Is
marijuana legal in your state?
I believe it. Medical is.
Okay, yeah. They'll probably have something like that there too shortly. So
yeah.
All the stores around here got stuff. They got little pills. They got little, all types of different shit.
I think you can buy. The oils and the gummies, I think, are legal here.
Yeah. So they'll end up being a bunch of paraphernalia there. So stores got like the same MO basically. They make food, which I think in some cases is better than fast food. If you trust where you're getting it from, but they end up selling all that shit. They usually sell tobacco, whatnot, obviously alcohol, and those knives, those little energy wake pills, all that type of shit. They have like the I don't know, rhino penis pills to make you like Viagra or something. They got all types of crazy shit in there, not approved by the FDA, and it's borderline sketchy, even legal for your state. Will be coming to your area soon. So.
Yeah. And they're on with them, they bought the other. There's 2 gas stations in Birdseye. They bought the one where the guy wanted to sell out. They bought it. I wouldn't be surprised within the next year. I bet you they own the other one too.
Is gambling legal in your state?
Yeah.
Okay, then there would probably be some slot machines or something like that there too. I'm serious, man.
Well, I know they.
That's how they do it.
We have casinos here. So
there probably be slot machines in there too. Yeah. They load those places up. So.
Oh yeah.
They get a lot of discounts we don't get, so it's a lot easier. So, like I say, me being a business, I never got tax breaks or nothing from that stimulus shit or none of that.
We have a big casino down the road at the hometown of Larry Bird, French Lick. They have a big casino down there. I know he was a basketball ball player from years ago, but you know, that's
I know who it is.
That's the one famous thing we got here, you know.
And
he don't even live there anymore anyway, but but that's where he's from. It's only about 30 minutes from here. So, but anyway, it's 8 o'clock, so it's time to wind this up. And the quiz question. You have until, when did I say it was? Because the way the Wednesdays fall, the first Wednesday of August is the 7th. So you still got another, that makes it 1, 2, you still got 3 Wednesdays. That's counting the 7th to get your answer in to me. And let me have a quick look. I've only got one entry right now. That's it. And the question is so easy that it's I should have hundreds of entries. You know? So the quiz for the swag pack is the opening credits of Gunsmoke. What's the actor's name that he shoots? You know, he shoots him at the beginning of every episode. What's that actor's name? That's all I want. Email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. And get it into me by noontime on the 7th, and you'll be in for the drawing for the swag pack. There you go. And what else is there? Nothing. I got, I know what there was 2 things I wanted to talk about, but we'll have to get them next time. So that will give me something to start with next week. So I will be back next Wednesday, of course, guys, at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So anyway, you got any last shout outs or plugs there, New York Outcast?
Not really. You know, eat a salad, don't raise pussies. You know, don't sell out your friends. Don't sell out your country for some damn chicken. Other than that, I guess that's probably it. Yeah, it's
hey.
Yeah, keep on keeping on. We'll catch you next time.
Hey, I had 2 sausage and egg on a toasted bun, 2 of them. No cheese. You know, just sausage and egg. You know, and a sweet iced tea. That's what I had this morning. When I say this morning, I had it around 10:30. You know? And I haven't eaten anything. I didn't have any lunch, per se, at home here. So, but I'm having hot dogs tonight. So, there we go. I left that to the very end because I didn't want to turn it into a food chat. Anyway, everybody out there in the chat, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I will be back on next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So we'll see you all then. So good night, everybody. Good night.